Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tax Day. We'll go ahead and get started with our Tuesday, April 15th meeting of the Transportation, Energy, and Utilities Committee. Let's go ahead and start with introductions.
Bill Delaney, Mayor's Office.
Corey Armstrong, former Council Research, just filling in.
Carla Lopera, Office of General Counsel.
Edward Linsky, Council Auditor's Office.
Reginald Gaffney Jr., District 8.
Good afternoon, Matt Carlucci, at-large, Group 4.
Jacoby Pittman, District 10.
Will Lane, District 3.
Mike Gay, District 2.
Good afternoon, Tyrone Clark Murray, District 9.
Also good afternoon, Jimmy Peluso, District 7.
All right, so we'll start off with the agenda. No presentations today. I will remind everyone we do have a presentation next committee week, which will be 3 weeks now because the fifth week. The Solid Waste Division is going to come give us an update on some of the other fees. We talked about the trash fee a lot, the residential trash fee recently, and got that passed with Councilmember Carlucci's leadership, but now we're going to talk about a few other of the fees out there, including what has not been changed in a while. So looking at the agenda, item 1, we're going to defer that. Item 2, we're going to have a public hearing and then defer. Item 3, we'll amend and move, and I think really for the rest of the items here, most of us have already voted, so I imagine there will probably be a minimal discussion. Item 4 is a withdrawal, and then item 5 is, we'll move that one as well. I only have one item on second read, and it's actually going to be, I think, a public hearing and defer as well the next cycle. So next committee meeting, most of our meeting will probably be focused on that presentation with minimal action items. I do have 3 speaker cards, and I believe I do 2 minutes a speaker. So I'm going to read all 3 of your names so you can come on down. You can sit in the reserve section if you're not the first card I call. Micah DeCourcy, Keith Adams, and Avery Blackwell. And once you get up there, please give your name and address, and then we'll start the clock. Can someone help him with the mic, please? Sounds like the mic's off.
Hello?
Okay, there you go. Start his clock over, please.
My name is Mike DeCourcy. I live on 3591 Kernan Boulevard South. I'm a biochemistry student at the University of North Florida, and I'm here today to advocate for the health and environment of our community, specifically to address the growing issue of pesticide and metal pollution in the St. Johns River. The St. Johns is more than just a body of water. It is an essential artery that runs through the heart of our region. It supports our local ecosystems, provides drinking water, fuels our economy, and offers recreational value to many of us residents. And yet, the overall health has been in constant decline. Runoff from pesticides used in residential landscaping, agriculture, and even routine municipal operations is making its way into our river through the stormwater system. These pollutants are contributing to harmful algal blooms, fish kills, and long-term ecological degradation. They not only harm wildlife, but also pose real health risks to human health. This is not just an environmental issue, it's a public health concern. As the committee responsible for the oversight of our stormwater infrastructure, I urge you to consider the following actions. We could enhance regulation and enforcement, implement stricter controls on pesticide usage, and ensure compliance through regular monitoring and penalties for violations. We can collaborate with environmental agencies, work closely with St. Johns River Water Management District to align efforts and share resources. And lastly, we could improve infrastructure. We'd work with the JEA to improve our sewage and wastewater systems. This would be a crucial step to prevent toxic runoff from contaminating the river. The health of St. Johns is the health of our entire community. If we let the central element of our city waste away, it won't be long before our health, economy, and lifestyles follow suit. Thank you again for your time and for your leadership to the community.
Thank you, Mr. Corsi. Next person, I think I misread this the first time, Ms. Keela Adams, I believe. Ma'am, can you pull the mic up just a little? I think the mic's on just down too much. Yeah. You can reset our clock too.
Is the mic on?
Is it on now?
Now it is.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
Good evening, good afternoon, Council President and members of City Council. I'm Kayla Adams from District 6, and I'm here to express my support for Ordinance BT25053. This ordinance proposes to allocate $178,694 from the expected revenue of air pollution tag fees to replace an outdated air monitoring shelter in Jacksonville, Florida. This is a crucial investment in the health and safety of our community. Jacksonville's air quality impacts every resident, particularly our children, seniors, and those living close to highways and industrial areas. Having a modern air monitoring shelter is vital for gathering accurate data on pollutants like ozone and particulate matter. This data is essential for public health alerts, guiding policy decisions, and ensuring we meet state and federal environmental standards. Jacksonville has made impressive progress in enhancing air quality. According to the American Lung Association 2024 State of the Air Report, our metro area earned an A grade for ozone pollution, marking 3 years in a row of this achievement. However, the same report placed our area 124th worst in the nation for short-term particle pollution, giving us a B grade, which shows there's still work to be done. Replacing this shelter is not just about infrastructure, it's about ensuring our city remains accountable and equipped to protect residents' health and our natural environment. Jacksonville is growing, and with the growth comes the responsibility to make smart forward investments like this one. I respectfully urge you to support this ordinance. Thank you for your time and commitment to our community's well-being.
Thank you, Ms. Avery Blackwell. Ms. Blackwell, can you press the mic button? I think it keeps on going off. Try it now.
Hello?
There you go. And you can start over. Let's reset the clock.
Good afternoon. I'm Avery Blackwell, a resident from District 3. I'm here to express my support for item 4 on today's agenda, an amendment that allocates approximately $2.4 million from the countywide drainage system rehabilitation program and the under drain replacement projects. This funding will support several initiatives, including the Ingleside Avenue Capital Improvement Project, the Belvedere Avenue Drainage Improvements Project, and the Golden Spike Court Embankment Repair Project, along with several other initiatives throughout the city. These improvements are crucial for maintaining and enhancing the safety and infrastructure of the various communities within Jacksonville. Allocating money from 2 larger programs to more targeted initiatives allows the City of Jacksonville to create a greater change and greatly improve the areas by resolving localized issues that directly impact and affect the quality of life for those residents. While these projects, such as the embankment repair and drainage improvements, help with the infrastructure for people, these projects also help support the conservation of the natural environment. The embankment repairs and drainage improvements help prevent contamination, reduce flooding, and protect the surrounding habitats. Old and damaged infrastructure often causes issues with polluted water entering into creeks and rivers, putting both humans and wildlife at risk. According to a UN environmental wastewater specialist, the urgency to invest not only in sewers, but in the treatment of sewage has never been greater. As we all know, Jacksonville and Florida in general are home to a very diverse ecosystem. Most of the wildlife in our region depend on clean and healthy waterways to survive. From the various creeks to the St. Johns River, our natural landscape plays a vital role in supporting both biodiversity and community strength. If our infrastructure fails, it not only affects our communities, but our ecosystem as well. Because of this, it is very important that these newer initiatives move forward to help each of these communities maintain and preserve their land and environment, not only for the safety of themselves, but also for the safety of the surrounding wildlife. Investing in these projects, or in projects like these, shows a great commitment to both our communities and the natural resources that Jacksonville has to offer and what makes it so unique. Thank you for your time, and I hope you consider supporting this amendment.
Okay, thank you. And we do got 2 speakers in the queue. I'm going to go to Mr. Peluso first.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you to the individuals who came here to speak today. You came out in the middle of the day to come and make your voices heard about things that are important to you all. I appreciate it so very much. I just want to make sure for those that were coming in support of agenda item 4, it does say withdrawal, which means we're not really good. We're going to be voting to move it off the agenda entirely, and there's a good reason why. So we passed a bill very recently. I filed that bill, and with the support of my colleagues, it was passed through. that made it so that we don't have to approve of items like the ones listed on this project. We're just going to allow Public Works to do it the moment we give them a budget in September, October. So the budgetary year begins in October. Before, if a project was over $100,000, it would have to go through this process, like you just saw. And so we're now in April, and we have now empowered Public Works to do all of these projects much faster than they were able to do so before. And we did that because I knew, and other colleagues knew, especially in districts like District 3, that have a lot of drainage issues, we can't take the time to go through all of what you guys just did and all this stuff. We want Public Works to get that work done immediately in October so that we avoid the very issues that you guys mentioned today. So, with hopefully a lot of luck, we won't have to see many more of these projects, because now the limitation is if it's over $2 million, we do have to go through this process, because that's a very high number. But for all of these which are below $2 million, now Public Works just gets to go do it. And it's at the benefit, I think, of the very communities and neighborhoods that we're here to help. Thank you all for being here today. Hopefully I explained that very quickly and with enough that you guys understood. If you want to stick around after this meeting, which should last, I don't know, 10 more minutes, I'll be around to chat with you guys if you want. But thank you, Chair, for allowing me to explain that. Before you heard the words withdraw, I didn't want you to think that was a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Thank you, Councilmember Peluso. The 10 minutes is dependent upon the next speaker, Mr. Carlucci.
You say you'll allow me 10 minutes. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I don't need 10 minutes. I just want to let you know that the garbage fee bill that we passed back a month or so ago, well, the pain keeps going. And we have a second bill that has to pass on May 27th. I was just teasing about pain. This is really a great remedy. And for those that voted for it, I truly take my hat off to political courage. And those who didn't, I can understand, because they have to speak to their constituency. But I just want to let everybody know, May 27th, there will be a public hearing, Jimmy, and after the public hearing, we'll be taking that bill up, and that's the final rate setting. And I thought that might be well to share here with you, Mr. Chairman. And I think I brought that in just under 5 minutes or so.
Thank you, Councilman Carlucci. I think that was only like 2 minutes. So. All right, with that, to the top of the agenda, item number 1 is deferred. Item number 2, I'm going to open the public hearing. I have no cards, so I will close the public hearing, and that is deferred due to a council public meeting. Item number 3, 2025-0218, can I get a motion on the amendment? I have a motion and a second on the amendment. Mr. Linsky, you want to explain the amendment?
Yes, sir. Through the chair to the committee, the amendment attaches a revised BT and CIP sheet to balance account codes and correct the appropriation in prior year amounts.
All those in favor of the amendment say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. The amendment passes. We've got a motion and a second on the bill as amended. I have no one in the queue. Open ballot. Record your vote.
Seven yeas, 0 nays.
By our actions, 2025-0218 passes. Item number 4, 2025-0219. Can I get a motion on the withdrawal? I got a motion and a second on the withdrawal. Thank you, Councilmember Peluso, for explaining that to us. No one in the queue. Open the ballot. Record your vote.
Seven yeas, 0 nays.
By our actions, we have withdrawn 2025-0219. Item 5, 2025-0227. Got a motion and second on the bill. I have no one in the queue. Open the ballot. Record your vote.
7 yeas, 0 nays.
By our actions, 2025-0227 is passed. Item number 6 is on second, and that is it. Does anybody from the committee have any business? Okay, with that, we are adjourned.